Well, I'm heading out to the trap line. I only have maybe 10 lynx snares out. Really, I'm what is it now? It's December 8th, 19th, and I think I've said in previous videos already that I'm not going to be out there too much this year. I'm working a little bit more this year, and I got two boys in a hockey league that demands a lot of my attention, so I don't really have that much time to go out. So, and then, you know what, I have had, since October 1st, I've had 2 weekends that I actually had time to go out to the line. And the one weekend I had back problems. I was flat on my back for the whole weekend. And then this last weekend, no, 2 weekends ago, I really wanted to hit the trap line hard. I was going to take my boys out. We were going to get my line set up. I got the flu. So it's been quite the winter this year, and you know, that kind of put a damper on the whole trapping scene this year for me. So you know, I know that I've had a lot of people ask me when I'm going to be making videos and trapping videos, and you know, even I meet people all the time, they ask if I'm still trapping, and I'm still a trapper. I mean, I wanna be out there, but there's other things that I gotta do. And so, and you know, we put up our places for sale. We wanna sell our place and move on to acreage next year. So, you know, there's just a lot of things that I have to do this winter, and probably next winter will be much of the same. It just won't allow me the time to go out to the line. So, but you know, I realize that there are quite a few people that follow my channel, and I want to make videos and I want to be out there on the line, but it's just it won't work that well this winter, and probably next winter the same thing. But you know, as long as everybody knows that I'm still a trapper at heart, and I want to be out there, but it's just things don't always work out the way a person plans it. The wolf situation, as of right now, I haven't seen any wolf tracks on the trap line yet, but I'm in a very small little area right now. I'm not going to be covering that much territory, but there were some hunters that had spotted 11 wolves on my right beside my trap line, so I know that they're out there. And you know, 2 years ago I had the wolves cleaned up. You know, I really hit the wolves pretty hard on my line. I had an outfitter out there, and he ended up snaring, I think he caught 3 or 4 wolves as well, and we had them cleaned up. And I really thought that you know, my wolf problem had come to an end, which was great, because you know, they scare everything off, they eat everything, and they're just a menace out there. You know, not just for the other fur bearers, but for the moose and the deer out there. But now, you know, I actually even seen pictures of the hunter. He had taken pictures of all the wolves, and so that kind of discouraged me a little bit, because having to start all over with the wolves, I guess it's going to be an ongoing problem. And what makes me laugh is our Canadian government was going to shut down pretty much northern Alberta because of the caribou. They were going to put a caribou protection plan in, and you know, they were going to, you know, that was going to affect our industry, affect you know, a lot of people's lives. Like northern Alberta would pretty much be shut down. And you know, we have a lot of oil in here, a lot of logging industry, and to anybody that's actually out in the woods knows what the problem is. It's the wolves. I mean, we have a tremendous amount of wolves, and it just makes me laugh that they're going to shut down industry when everybody that's actually out in the woods can actually tell what the real problem is. So that's just something that that I just have to chuckle at a little bit, because you know, they've already spent millions of dollars into this caribou protection plan, and all they'd have to do is pay the local trappers, you know, pay them $1,000 a wolf, and your problem solved. And now that's not to say that they would catch all the wolves, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to catch all the wolves. We want to keep the wolves, but we have to manage the wolves. And like for me now on this trap line, unfortunately I have to make a living. I have to support my family, and catching wolves for pennies isn't going to get the job done. So, you know, if they would actually make it worth the trapper's while, that he could go out there and earn a decent paycheck by catching wolves, our caribou protection plan is solved. Now they've actually used local people, local trappers that know the land. They've used them to clean up the problem. To me, it's a simple fix. They've overcomplicated things so terribly much that you know, they're gonna shut down industry. What they're doing is really they're cutting their own throats, because a lot of tax dollars come out of this area, a lot of tax dollars, and if they cut the industry down, you know, what you're doing is you're giving yourself a pay cut as a politician, because they get paid by the taxpayer, when all they need to do is pay the local trappers that trap the land, that know the land, they know where the wolves are, pay them $1,000 a wolf, and your problem is solved. To me, it's simple math, but I don't know why I just went off on that. But anyways, I'm coming up to my trap line here, so hopefully I can show you a catch today. I caught a lynx here 2 days ago, and I don't have very many snares out, so I don't have really too much hope that I'm gonna be catching anything today. But I'm gonna cut a little bit of trail, maybe open up another mile or two, and then we'll call it a day. Very good. Well, first snare of the day, first catch. Just a small little cat here. Just barely got caught. We're going that way, so good start to the day. I want to set some more sets yet, so I'm gonna get moving here, but yeah, it's a good way to start the day off. Yeah, it's going. All right, so as you can see, this lynx just barely got caught. He was actually alive when I got here, so he was just barely caught. This lynx wasn't gonna last too much longer. If you can see how skinny it is. It's very, very, very skinny, and it's a young one. This is my second young one that I've caught this year. I set this set a day and a half ago, and I have a lynx in it. the lynx are starving, or they're, I don't know if starving, but they're very, very, very thin. And I'm glad that I'm making an effort of coming out here to harvest some of these animals, because I know this lynx here especially, and actually the one I caught the other day, I don't think they'll survive the winter. I'm covering maybe 3 miles of line so far. I have probably 10 snares out, and I already caught 2 lynx. It must be just crawling with lynx. I know that there were a lot of lynx last year because I caught my quota on both trap lines. And that's the only reason, one of the only reasons I'm out here, because I know that the lynx population is really high, and a lot of these lynx, especially the young ones, they're not going to survive the winter. So I'm really glad to harvest some of these animals. I can get something out of it, and at least I'm putting them out of their misery quick, because this lynx was starving, no question about it. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna cut a little bit more trail today. We're gonna try to get about a mile further, and then we got about 2 miles left, about a mile and a half left to get to the main line, and then from then on in we don't have to cut trail anymore, and we can just concentrate on setting up for lynx. Right on.